guys, it's Jessica here from Indigo Ivy Smart SEO, and today we are going to be looking at the Google AdWords keyword tool. It's a free tool, and it's definitely by far one of the best, I would say, in my opinion. I still use this regularly, and I would recommend anyone who is starting out in internet marketing or SEO to definitely take a look at this tool and use it. Okay, so what you want to do is go to the Google AdWords site. Okay, the address is right up here. It's adwords.google.com, and make sure that the tab is clicked on Tools and Analysis. Okay, and what you're going to do is enter the word or phrase that you are interested in, I guess, setting up a website or a blog for. So let's just say, for example, we're going to do dog treats. Okay, the next thing you want to do before you search is click on the Only Show Ideas Closely Related to My Search Terms. Okay, and then you're going to click Search, and you're going to have a bunch of keywords that come up that will be related to the word or phrase that you put in. Okay, the example that I'm using here is dog treats. Okay, now I'm going to show you the columns that we want to adjust here, because there's a lot of information that pops up and you don't need it all. Okay, I actually was using this before, so it's set to what I wanted, so that works out well. Okay, the only columns that you need to have checked are competition, your global monthly searches, your approximate CPC, and your local search trends. Okay, everything else is really not necessary. Okay, well, at least it isn't for my techniques. Okay, so I just want to talk to you a little bit about setting up a website, all right, or a blog based on this particular keyword research. Okay, so for those of you that are not familiar, your website or your blog is going to be broken into pages. Okay, and then each of these pages will have posts, okay, that discuss whatever that particular page is about. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is look for some keywords that we can use for our pages. Okay, also I forgot to mention, you want to make sure that your match types are set to broad when you are searching for your page keywords. Okay, so let's see. If you're doing a website on dog treats, perhaps you want to have a page about homemade dog treats. Maybe you want to have a page on how to make dog treats. That's always a good thing to include. The how-tos are excellent pages, and it's usually easier to rank for pages like that. Gourmet dog treats is a great one. Organic dog treats. This is actually going very nicely. Okay, dog treat recipes. So actually, I would take those first 5 keywords, and I would say those would be my 5 pages that I would have on my website. And then what I would do is I would write posts about homemade dog treats. Then I'd write more posts about how to make homemade dog treats, write a bunch of posts about gourmet dog treats, and so on and so forth. Okay, your columns here, what do these things mean? Your competition is basically how hard it is to rank for this particular keyword. Okay, it's broken into high, medium, and low. Obviously, if it's high, that means a lot of competition. Medium is not too much, and if it's low, you don't really have too much competition at all. And apparently this particular niche has a lot of competition, so that's a good thing though, okay, because that means there's a lot of traffic. So don't let the competition scare you off. You actually want the competition. Your global monthly searches, this just tells you how many times this particular keyword is searched each month. And here are your numbers right over here. So this is searched a lot, dog treats recipes, so that's great. That's definitely a page that I would recommend using. Now you can go with something like this, gourmet dog treats. It's not quite as high, it doesn't have quite as high a search volume, but that's fine, okay, because the competition is there, so people are looking for it. Okay, and your CPC, this really deals with AdSense. Okay, if you're planning on coming up with an AdSense campaign, this is relevant to you. You want to make sure that you're going with CPCs, I usually say at least $1.50, okay? $1.50, $2. Anything lower than that, it's kind of a waste of your time, okay? This is just what advertisers are paying, and you actually can earn money through their ads, okay? Every time someone clicks on an ad and it's on your site, you actually earn money. But that's actually a whole nother video. Okay, and these are just your local search trends, and this is just goes by month. So it tells you, you know, obviously the higher the bar, the more search traffic there is. So if you looked at something like Christmas dog treats, I wonder if they have that on here. Okay, that's obviously going to be higher, I would think, in, you know, November, December, maybe holiday dog treats or something like that. You would notice that it's definitely more traffic in the months that are close to the holidays. All right, I don't see anything here, but nonetheless, I think you understand that. Okay, so that's how I would use this tool if I were searching for ideas, keyword ideas for my pages. Now, when you're looking to set up your posts, it's a little different, okay? And the first thing that you want to do is change this over to exact. All right, we don't want a broad search, we want an exact search, okay? And what that means is that all of the terms that come up down here are going to have the words dog treats in them, okay? And when I'm setting up a post, I actually have another video that shows exactly how I come up with the different keywords that are used throughout the post, all right? And I would not suggest choosing dog treats and repeating it 55 times in your posts. That's you know, keyword stuffing, and that's not good. All right, okay, so a lot of the pages came up, the search terms that we used for our pages came up, and that's fine. Okay, so what you might want to do is drill down a little bit here. All right, so let's take one of our pages, which we said was going to be homemade dog treats. Okay, and we're going to search, do an exact search for homemade dog treats. Okay, and then all of the keywords that come up down here, down below, will have to relate to homemade dog treats. Okay, which is good because that's what we want. We want to write posts that are relevant to our pages. Okay, so maybe you want to write a post on homemade dog treats recipes, recipes for homemade dog treats, healthy homemade dog treats. People probably love that one. Okay, so this keyword here is what you're going to want to make sure that you include in the title of your post. Okay, and then it's actually a lot more involved in that, and if you take a look at my video that I have on setting up posts for, setting up the keywords for a post on your website, I think it would be very helpful to you. And you can get all of that information at Indigo Ivy Online or Indigo Ivy Smart SEO Online. Okay, so that's basically it for using the tool, and I hope you found this helpful, and have a great day.